Gary Stanton, age 60, was from Louisville, Kentucky. Gary was married to Mary Stanton, age 45. Mary was from Kenya, with her native tongue being Swahili. Kenya is a country in East Africa. Its coastline sits on the Indian Ocean. Kenya is known for world-famous safaris. It has beautiful landscapes, and vast wildlife preserves. It's one of the cheapest countries to reside in. However, scarce employment, and a weak, corrupted government overshadows the positive aspects of living there. Mary immigrated to the United States in 2008 to get away from the corruption and have a better life. She fell in love with Louisville, Kentucky and decided to move there. Louisville is the largest city in Kentucky with a population of over 600,000 citizens. It's home to the world-renowned Kentucky Derby. People travel from around the world to watch this annual horse race at Churchill Downs. Mary met and married Gary Stanton in 2010. Shortly later, her sister Emily immigrated to the United States and lived with the couple for several months. Emily then moved to Seattle, Washington with her family. Mary received her Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Kentucky. She worked as a registered nurse for various hospitals and nursing homes. Later she decided she wanted to open her own business. That dream became a reality early in 2022 when she officially opened her own business, an adult daycare. The couple had two daughters, Adriana, age 17, and Brianna Stanton, age 11. Both girls attended Jefferson County Public Schools. Both Adriana and Brianna were popular students. Adriana was a senior at DuPont Manual High School. Adriana was the president of the Black Students Union. She created a video to boost voter registration. She was gifted, and among the top students in the school. When she went on vacation with her parents to Kenya, she visited the University of Nairobi Medical School. She had dreams of becoming a lawyer. Brianna, otherwise known as Bree, was a 6th grade student at No Middle School. She is known for being free-spirited and fun. She enjoyed helping her fellow students. She was in the tennis club, and other activities. The family lived at the 4500 block of East Pages Lane in Louisville, Kentucky. Their home was in the Valley Station area, just off Dixie Highway. Gary, Mary and the girls traveled back to Kenya with other members of Mary's family to her father's funeral in November. On Saturday, December 2nd in 2022 at approximately 9 a.m. Louisville Metro Police were called to the family's home to investigate a shooting. When police arrived, they discovered a horrific scene. They found the bodies of Gary, Mary, Adriana, and Brianna. All died of gunshot wounds. Louisville Metro Police Department indicate that Gary Stanton shot his wife, Mary Stanton, then shot both his daughters before turning the gun on himself. The Jefferson County Coroner's Office said Mary and Adriana were shot numerous times while Brianna was only shot once. He determined that Gary Stanton died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Louisville Metro Police Department Major Micah said, "We feel pretty confident that the incident is going to be a murder-suicide situation where the adult male was the primary aggressor who shot the three females." He continued, "Anytime lives are lost, anytime there's juveniles involved, obviously it's very difficult. Many of our officers are fathers and mothers as well. It's difficult to see anything like this." Investigators believe Gary Stanton shot his wife and children then turned the gun on himself. Police have been unable to establish a motive yet, but Facebook posts from Gary Stanton's past show a history of mental illness and depression. Just 6 days before the murders and his subsequent suicide, he posted to his Facebook, "Happy birthday to my wife, the love of my life." Ijida Wythaka, mother of Mary Stetson, said in an interview that nothing seemed off, no red flags. Her older sister, Emily Muchami, said it feels more like a nightmare. The Kentucky community has been superb. She said even strangers held her hand through this difficult journey. She went on to say she wished she had an idea of what caused this, but they just don't know. She said she wished there was a way to stop it. Emily said the last time she spoke with her sister was the day before the murders. She said her sister called while she was driving, and she told her she would talk to her the next day because it was snowing. She said she talked often with her sister and nothing seemed off. The next day she got a message on Facebook about the tragedy while she was having breakfast. Emily said her family is still in shock. She said the pain of losing her sister and nieces are just too great to bear. Brianna's school counselor Tiffany Stoney said, "It has been a rough day, as you can only imagine. Hearing the news about the loss of one of our students is always devastating. We are just really trying to put those systems in place to make sure that we can manage the grief, because it's one of those things, with human nature, we don't know what we are going to get when we walk through the door." Elizabeth Weasels Martin is the president and CEO of the Center for Women and Families, which specializes in domestic violence.
Just absolute incredible sadness that another preventable death has occurred. The majority of the homicides that have occurred in Louisville, Jefferson County this year, we've never had contact, which means they didn't reach out for help. They struggled in silence. And it's going to be even more painful to hear as the story unfolds if we hear neighbors say, "I thought something was going on. I wish I would have said. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that." That's one of the things that we are trying to prevent is don't wait. Reach out.
A GoFundMe was set up by Emily to help pay funeral costs and bring their 3 brothers from Kenya to Louisville for the funeral. Visitation services were held on December 28 in 2022 at St. Stephen Baptist Church in Louisville, Kentucky. The family was buried at Green Meadows Cemetery. Approximately 47,000 women and girls worldwide were killed by someone in their family, or an intimate partner in 2020. On average, a woman or girl is killed every 11 minutes. Research shows that a female is more likely to be killed by an intimate partner or family member than by anyone else. A new research paper by Robert Hanlon on spontaneous domestic homicides was published in the Journal of Forensic Sciences. Hanlon is the director of the Forensic Psychology Research Lab at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine. Hanson is also the associate professor of psychiatry and behavioral sciences at Feinberg, and a neuropsychologist at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. The paper found that family annihilation is typically not premeditated. It's usually spontaneous and emotionally driven. In the United States, 1/3 of all women are murdered by their husband, ex-husband, or ex-boyfriend. The findings provide important information that may help prevent future domestic homicides, because they help identify individuals at risk of committing domestic murders, said Robert Hanlon. He continued saying, "The killers in this group are very similar to each other and different from men who commit non-domestic murders, which are often premeditated." The study found that these perpetrators have more severe mental illness, some undiagnosed, few previous felony convictions, and are less intelligent or have cognitive impairment. Hanlon interviewed and personally evaluated over 150 murderers, and spent 1,500 hours with them. The participants were convicted of first-degree murder in Illinois, Colorado, Arizona, and Missouri. He said, "You learn a lot about them in that amount of time. I saw the same patterns and trends over and over again. These crimes are often preventable if family members are more informed about the potential danger from having someone who is severely mentally ill in the home and who may have shown violent tendencies in the past," Hanlon said. Family members may lull themselves into a state of false beliefs thinking my son would never hurt me, or my husband may have a short fuse but he would never seriously harm me. The fact is the husband or son may very well harm the wife or mother, Hanlon said. Intimate partners and family members need to notify the authorities that they are concerned about potential harm and remove themselves from the situation, Hanlon recommended. You can stay with relatives, call domestic violence hotlines and say, "I'm scared something is going to happen to me," Hanlon said. Start the wheels turning and get assistance. Gary Stanton murdered his wife and daughters, then turned the gun on himself. It's sad that he didn't reach out for help. His family did not deserve to have their lives cut short. Adriana and Brianna both had bright futures. These young ladies were extremely gifted and would have accomplished so much. It's a shame they will never see those dreams come true. They'll never find love or have children. All because their father chose to end it all. May Mary, Adriana and Brianna all rest in peace. That concludes this episode. Keep your eye out for the next volume, coming soon. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.
Want to help support the channel you love, and get something in return? Simply purchase some Elizabeth's Chronicles merch. We have coffee mugs, t-shirts, sweatshirts, cozy blankets, beach towels, phone covers and more. Use the coupon code EC10OFF4U, and get 10% off your order. The link to order is in the description area below this video. Thanks for helping Elizabeth's Chronicles continue to make the videos you love.